Okie dokie, we're back in Holder of Place, and let's see what we can do in today's Reliquary run. And so we're going to go with the Relic of the Survivor. Each follower can only be revived 3 times. All followers will have +2 health, and all enemies will have -1 health, but they will attack first. Well, let's see how this is going to play out. So attacking first is going to be a huge problem for us. I actually really want to try this guy, the Collector, which our maximum fate is going to be capped at 13, but in recruit events, we gain the ability to reroll and to merge duplicate followers into burnished followers. So we're going to see what this guy can actually bring to the table. And we're going to be starting off with a Goblin fight, but stats are going to be a lot more different. We have a lot more HP, but they are going to attack first. So this could be a problem later on. Maybe not so much early, but definitely later on. Now with our guy, we're going to be able to merge some units. So we want to take whatever unit we do get, and we want to keep looking for these types of guys. So if we want to get this guy, we can try to scale up our max health quite efficiently or quite nicely. We can either go for the Duelist again, or we can go for a stacking damage temper. I'm going to still take our max health scaling guy, because I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And we do want this guy to survive. I was going to put him at the front, but we do need him to survive. We do take out 1 enemy since they're only going to have 2 HP, and amazing. We get some max life on our guy. I'd rather have it on our main guy. Now we didn't get ourselves another Hoarder, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we could take this leading aspect. Or we could take a big old beefy boy Sentinel, which I actually think I'm going to take. Just a big beefy boy to take all the damage. Since they're going to attack first, this guy is going to be really nice. And then we attack, but we have no damage by only having 2 followers with a 1 attack each. But we did manage to get some max life on him, which is kind of nice actually. Now with that, I want to grab the same followers, so we're going to take a second Sentinel. Because we can't merge it just yet, we have to take him and wait for a future shop to actually be able to upgrade him. That's how this guy actually works. Now that's a lot of goblins, but that's a lot of effective HP that our opponents do have to get through. But it's not going to be that great because we only attack twice while they attack 4 times. And that's going to be a huge problem later on. But we got 5 fate, which is really nice. And we'll see what we get right now. Give them all +1 health permanently or gain 3 fate. I'm actually going to take the 3 fate this time. As mad as that is, I want to take the 3 fate because that is going to allow us to actually upgrade our guy. So in combat, whenever adjacent follower gains health, this follower also gains twice as much. So in combat, whenever adjacent follower gains health, this follower will gain twice as much. And that's what this burnished Sentinel is going to be about. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And you have a 23 HP, and you can also attack now, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure you can attack. Doesn't say you cannot attack. Hell yeah, you can actually attack now. We've unlocked the true potential of our Sentinel. But as you can see, it's still going to be very little damage. You've taken insane damage since they attack first. But you did manage to survive out. So it is kind of nice. Now with that, we kind of have to take this Duelist because you're going to be inverting stats. Technically it's gaining stats. At the start of combat, die and distribute stats among other followers. We can get a bunch of max life. Or we could take our Templar into a Sentinel, but you don't gain health. So we're going to have to take the Duelist. Switch the Duelist to this side, because you have to be adjacent also. Now we are facing a boss, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Defeat it to gain additional follower capacity. Hell yeah, I'm going to be taking it. But are we going to be able to beat out this Goblin? Because you're going to do a whole barrage. I'm glad we do have a Duelist to actually have some damage. Otherwise, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Now you attack, you switch. But since you're 3-3, I don't think you actually gain stats from that. Yeah, we do need to have an uneven stats on our Duelist to actually have our guy skill up more max health. At least I think so. Maybe I could be wrong on this, but we'll see. Also, we barely survived this. That was kind of insane. Now gain follower capacity or gain 10 fate. If we take our 10 fate, we're going to be capped at 13. So I still think I'm going to take the follower capacity. And that's the second Duelist. Also, after taking damage, give a random follower +1/+1. I'm going to take another Duelist though. These guys being 3-3 is kind of nuts. Now you're going to do lots and lots of damage. Now you're going to deal 1 damage, then you're going to attack. But that's kind of like what we're going to have anyway. Definitely so. We do take a 1 enemy, which is kind of crazy on a full barrage. And they do survive. Our Sentinel is taking lots of chippies, but not bad. And now we have an uneven Duelist, which is going to be even better for us. Because our stats are going to be flipping and not be that constant 3-3. Now we can upgrade our Duelist. At the start of each combat, gain +3 health. And invert attack damage, and health until the end of combat. You gain max health after each attack? That's literally insanely perfect for us. Is it not? I honestly did not know that the duelist actually gets that effect. This guy is so interesting that we can combine up followers, creating a team of monsters really. So this guy's going to gain twice as much health. That's going to be nuts. 6 HP is insane. We're creating an immortal tank. Holy moly, this is going to be nuts. Definitely so. And you have scaling damage. Yeah, this is going to be an insane combo. Now the next recruit follower will have +1 damage or +2 health. I'm going to take the damage. We kind of need damage. I know we have our duelist dealing all the damage, but if you do get taken out, that's going to be a bit of a problem for us. And we could try to take another Sentinel, which having 2 Sentinels side by side could be a lot of fun, but at the same time, I think I'm actually going to skip this one. Because I don't really want any of these guys. Having 2 massive beefy Sentinels beside each other, I mean, don't really do a whole lot for us. We only really need 1 guy. But we do need to survive that initial barrage. And it's not a crazy amount of scaling life. Because we need to attack a lot faster. But still, it's a decent bit of HP keeping our guy alive and giving us time to scale up our duelists completely. Whenever an aspect or trinket is used on a follower, give them +1, +2 permanently. Give a chosen follower +1 attack permanently. Or gain a hoarder which will give +1 health. Also, or upon death, give all followers +1 attack damage. I mean, whenever an aspect or trinket is used on a follower, give them +1 permanently. I mean, I'm gonna take this. Now, this might be a bit of a throw because that was a lot of fates for a value that didn't really give us anything. But that could give us a lot of stats potentially. Maybe, hopefully. Try to create the most monster duelist of all time. Well, to be honest, we're not really spending our monies on aspects or trinkets, so yeah, this was probably not the best purchase of my life. But grabbing ourselves something crazy on our Sentinel, like gain fate on hate, is going to be insane if we get it, or even trigger random damage when taking damage. Could also be really, really nice. And we could try to get an extra duelist and just have a bunch of duelists, but you have to be near Jason's followers. So it is what it is. We still could take it. We could also just take this and gain a bunch more max health on our main guy. So yeah, I think I'm just going to acquire this. Apply it to our Sentinel. He's got 30 HP, 2 damage. He's got an insane amount of health. And actually just going to be a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. We are facing a manticore. I think we got to take it. And we'll see how we get on with this. Now manticore. Whenever a follower gains stats, manticore and the bazaars gain a I forgot about this guy. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to beat this guy out. Because you're just going to gain... You're literally the counter to us. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem for us. Are we going to be able to win out? I'm not sure. Our duelist is scaling up and is 1 shot. Yep, that's on me. This guy is crazy bad for us. Definitely so. We lost our core health. We didn't gain any fates. We didn't get anything else really. But whenever a follower gains stats, gain an extra +1/+1. Holy moly, we are locking out faster than I can do anything else. Started combat, gain +1 fates. I think I'm going to have to take this guy. Just to gain some extra fate per round. The only problem is I do not want to scale up max life on him. Is our layout going to be good enough? You're going to do that 2 damage. Honestly, our only bit of damage is the duelist, so is it really going to matter too much? We do need to scale up damage on our other guys too. But we're trying to get as much fate as possible. Potentially. Just keep scaling up that max HP as much as possible. And amazing. We should be able to get a bunch of fate, but it's not going to be that 10 just yet. You're going to be double the HP, which you do like by a lot. And you're going to be, after taking damage, gain 1 fate. But also, we do need this too. But then we also got consume 1 core health for a wish. And we can't even lock that either. This is kind of an insane shop right now, is it not? As much as I love the double healths, I think I'm going to take this and keep this locked. Yeah, I got to take it. Because this is just going to give us so much fate. Because you're going to take so much damage that we're pretty much going to be full on our fate every single round. Which is going to be even better for us. I mean, we are already at 8 fate. And if we take out the rest of this guy, we're going to be at our cap. But you're going to take another barrage. And it shouldn't be too bad from here. And you got a ton of life, which is kind of nice. You also deal more damage since we're using aspects and trinkets on it, so this is playing out much better than before. Hell yeah. We get all our fates. And right now, we're definitely going to take that medallion. The next recruit event will only contain duplicate followers, or take 3 fate. I gotta take 3 fate here, because I don't want any of these. It literally gave us nothing, but it is what it is. Now, when recruited, give a random follower +2/+2 permanently. Now, stacking these would be insane. Definitely so. After each attack, gain +1/+1 until the end of combat. That's also kind of insane. That's literally the same as this, but I'm still going to take the manticore medallion. We can't actually place it on our guy. Now, we could also place this on our main tank and then take that for this guy, but I'm still going to add you to our duelist. Now, you're going to scale up more max health on our guy as well, on our big old Sentinel. So it should be kind of nice, actually. But we do need you to attack a lot more. And that's so much HP on our Sentinel. It's kind of nuts. And you attack again and you're back to 34. Yeah, we kind of created a nice little combo. The rest of our team, absolute pure garbage. Literally pure garbage. But this combo, 50 HP? He's looking kind of nuts. Definitely looking kind of nuts. And then we get infinite fate as well, which is even better for us. Adjacent followers started combat effects will trigger twice. Gain more fates, which we don't need. After attack, gain +1/+1. Started combat to summon another identical hounds. I think I'm going to reroll here. And we also get this guy, whenever new followers recruited, permanently steal 2 attack damage from him. Started combat, gain +1 health permanently. So that's going to be a lot of scaling max HP on our tank if you want it. But then we lose our fate engine, which is not as good. Started combat, gain 2 fate if all followers are unique, which we could take. Started combat, die, distribute stats among all others. Honestly, these are all not great for us. Yeah, these are really not great for us. Started combat, die, and distribute stats among all followers. I mean, that's not even that great for us either. I don't even want the chaser. So I think we're just going to take this aspect and scale up some max life on our main guy, because it just gives him that little bit of damage also. That was not a great round for us. Now, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem winning out for here, since you scale up so much life. But that's 1 barrage, and you to get almost taken out, which is nuts. And you also didn't get that much life this time around. So this could be kind of scary. But this attack, and you're back to 26. Yeah, much better. Back to 22. And yeah, this is looking actually insane, like. Just a super tanky guy with a big beefy duelist. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're pretty much packed of fate. I kind of wish we did it on a guy who didn't have our fate limited to 13. But then we also wouldn't have this big, massive, beefy unit. And we're getting guys that do need to die to get their effects. Attack damage is always equal to HP. Or, yeah, I don't really want any of these. Start a combat, gain 2 fate if all our followers are unique. And start a combat, give a random follower +1/+1 permanently. Or this guy, this follower is adjacent to all the other followers. That's exactly the guy who's looking for. Because having this guy, we could take him and try to scale up more HP, which I think that's going to be our game plan. I don't think we need this guy anymore, since we're going to be stacking up fate with our main tanky boy. So it should be kind of nice. Now, are we going to take on a free company? Hell yeah, we are. Now, the free company is looking kind of crazy. You're only going to take 1 damage from each attack, and then you deal insane damage. Now, this could be troublesome. We'll see how it pans out though. We have to get 14 attacks through when you do your big full barrage. We could lose our tanky guy pretty fast. We take so much damage, but we do answer back. And we're taking out this palisade not badly. Now you're going to get less HP this time around, which is not ideal. We do take out your palisade. And are you going to survive another barrage? Come on, you can do it. 3 HP in a dream. Hell yeah, back to 23 HP. Not bad. Definitely not bad. And this is kind of insane, is it not? Just maximum fates. Nobody die now. And we're going to get another follower capacity. Now we did get their medallion. We'll have no more than 4 HP. This follower will only take 1 damage from each attack. Not what we want either. But we did get our guy, the prospector, again. We also got this unit. After each attack, give adjacent followers +1 HP until the end of combat, which is nuts. I don't think I'm going to take the medallion. After each attack, gain +1/+1 until the end of combat. After each attack, deal 3 random damage. I think I want to take this guy, but I also really want to lock this guy. So we're going to recruit you. And you're going to be adjacent also. But I also really want to craft you up into a burnished follower. Now, I don't think we're going to have too much trouble with these units. They do a lot of damage. That's for sure. But again, we get our max life stacked up. We do take out one of their units, which is only one of their units. And it's just mainly our duelists taking out those units, because the rest of our guys just don't do enough damage. Definitely not. But it's not looking too bad. Just having our duelist and our tank carrier, and the rest of our team just along with the right, scaling up our max life. And here we go. All followers are adjacent to each other. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We're taking that in a heartbeat. We can scale up every bit of life on our guy, which is insane for us. We just need that one dude that attacks to give us life on a random followers so we can get insane amounts of life. But are we going to be able to win this one out? Hell yeah, our Sentinel is just never dying. And he's going to get insane amounts of life. Just creating an immortal tank. It's going to be really awesome. Now we're going to grab ourselves a new fragments. It's time to get another one, that's for sure. Let's see what we get here. Follower capacity. For each combat. For once each combat revive. Upon deck, give all other followers plus 2 HP. Another duelist. Do we even want this? I actually don't think we even want this. As mad it is because we only have 5 more depth until we face the dragon. I'm actually going to let it go. Now when you attack, you're actually going to give plus 1 HP to all our units, which in turn will scale up this guy's max HP. We kind of want you attacking second, really. Doesn't really matter actually. I think that should be okay whatever position we do have on this guy. So we'll see right now. We gain some HP and has 44 HP, that's kind of insane. And this guy's going to be literally unkillable. I'd love to have this guy attack way more. But that's insane by the way. We're creating our own monster tank. And then also beefing up all our stats too. Which in turn scales up the damage on our duelist also. So yeah, we're just literally creating an insane monster build. I was really hoping that we could find another one of these guys. Now whenever another follower starter effect is triggered, don't really want to, summon 2 swarm bees. After surviving combat, permanently gain plus 1/2 and remove the trait. Randomly transform a chosen follower's intrinsic combat ability. I'm gonna reroll. You're just gonna deal random damage, summon swarm bees, start the combat, die and distribute stats among others. I mean, we could do that and get rid of this guy if we want to, but then we lose a lot of HP, and honestly, not a great shop. Definitely not a great shop. We didn't get too lucky in our shops, to be honest. I really wanted to find another one of these guys, but it is what it is. We're just going to move on with this. If we got ourselves another one, we would gladly get rid of this guy, because each attack would just scale up our max HP on our main tank by insane amounts. But still, a nice freaking combo, to be honest. The only thing is, we have very little damage. It's only our one guy. The rest of these guys don't do any damage, have no scaling. Would have been nice to have a Templar as well, but it is what it is. Just getting some crazy units, and not bad. And just having max fate all the time is kind of absurd. Now again, I was really hoping to find ourselves another medic. And we're recruited, give plus 1 health upon deaths. Repeat each follower's death effect and start a combat, copy the highest damage attack. I think I'm just going to reroll again. Another adjacent follower, kind of nice actually. Aspects, none of this stuff is that great. After taking damage, gain plus 1 fate. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy also. And we're going to get rid of our trinkets because it's going to be at least another unit that is going to scale up more HP for our tanky boy. Are we going to be able to take on the dragon though? It's the next question. Because the dragon is going to deal a lot of damage. And you start with 1 less HP, making this fight a tiny bit easier. But they're definitely going to attack faster, or first I mean. Which means we take a lot of chippy damage, that's for sure. But again, we're going to get way more HP. And the less damage we do to this dragon, the more we can scale up our HP before they start summoning a ton of dragons. So we'll see how we can do. We still are scaling up our max HP, which is even more awesome for us. That's for sure. Even taking all this damage, we're still scaling up this life. 103 life. We could end up with more life than the dragon did at the start. Which is kind of funny. But it's going to be a super long fight though. 108 HP, you're still going to take lots and lots of chippies from the next rounds. And this is where we could start losing a lot of HP. But the duel is still putting in a lot of work for us. The rest of our guys, not really doing too much, just hanging out. That's literally about it. I mean, without this guy, we wouldn't have a chance with scaling up our max life. We would have been way too slow overall. So this actually really worked out. But I really would love to see this guy's upgrade also. You can imagine how much life we will be scaling up. And this dragon is almost taken out. Just one more barrage of our units and we should be able to win out. I'm just creating an immortal Sentinel. Not bad. Definitely not bad. And that's it. Dragon slain. New fragment found. A fond dream. Place your hand on a bitter stone and recall memories. No longer is yours. 5 out of 9. Hell yeah. But I am going to have to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope you keep looking up for the next one. I'll see you next time.